So again, like, yeah, former Blitzboard record, like, yeah, both of these players can go fast if the you know, the stars align.
We saw VEROCH with
necessary.
We saw VEROCH in warm-up take up a dang good round, and with an ice spin that's starting off.
DPC for bag 1. That was like the DPC pattern. I don't know what.
Oh, what happened to their warm-up skills?
Unfortunately, it did not go as planned necessarily.
Well, let's see if this round goes a bit better for them, eh? VEXSERY hanging out, just waiting. Takes about 3 seconds just to realize the game has started. It happens. Nice C-spin though, and they're going to take a lot
of that opener phase.
That's there for a reason.
VEROCH right now has pretty hefty surge. Okay, never mind. Does not have surge advantage anymore. Unfortunately, that pressure from VEXSERY is going to be too much to deal with in a reasonable amount of time. The only misdrop.
This is what we saw last set with VEROCH as well, actually. VEROCH was misdropping a lot and decided quite a few of their rounds that they dropped. Hopefully they can work through those and maybe take a couple. But VEXSERY is on fire. Way faster opening here.
SDPC spin. VEROCH is kind of building that initial like stick SDPC pattern, but is just deciding to build for all spins.
Oh, there's back-to-back 12, 13. Almost one back-to-back a second. And they break with the 28. Unsurvivable. Very
good combination of not only that, you know, double-digit surge, but also combining it with some extra, you know, T-spin quad damage. And that is just so much damage very early on. And for VEROCH, without a surge, there is not a lot that VEROCH can unfortunately do. And as well, for those coming in from the in-game pin, welcome in to the last group of Swiss phase for the Tetra World Championships. We have 3 spaces left in our top 32 knockout phase. These players are currently 2 wins, 2 losses, aiming for one of those last 3 spots. A win here would grant it to them, but a loss will eject these players out of our bracket at 33rd.
Only one can walk away here, and we're about to find out who it is. But a 4-0, it's looking like it's going to be VEXSERY here if the early game and the early point lead says anything. But VEROCH, they're not going to, you know, they're not going to go down without a fight. And by the looks of it, they are fighting real hard, but it's not enough. VEXSERY takes a 5th round.
Yeah, unfortunately, just so much pressure coming out from VEXSERY. Again, yeah, 4.5 pieces per second. We've had very few players in Season 2 really play speed advantage extremely fast, besides, you know, a couple people such as, you know, like Westel, or I guess you could argue Gohan and Turtle as well, although I feel
Turtle definitely
slightly more well-rounded on the all-spin department. But, like, just,
Turtle,
it is... I mean,
oh my God.
If players are not used to dealing with the 4 pieces per second as much as Season 1, it can be... It's a bit of a difficult challenge, and I mean, as quickly as this match has started, VEXSERY is already off to the halfway point, only needs 11 wins, so this is literally 6 wins, 0 losses. But VEROCH, just to kick things off, has started to continue off the exact same opener with VEXSERY at the same speed, to try and keep things close.
This is definitely not looking good for VEROCH.
Oh, that's a lot of
and we're going to go to 7.
And such an incredibly strong spike there from VEXSERY. Doesn't even need to be like the most efficient in the books. If you're sending, you know, 20 to 30 plus lines with every single spike outside of the opener, it is really going to do a number on your opponent's ability to downstack through all of these difficult situations. And another 4.5 pieces per second there from VEXSERY. And this is
we have
8
another
straight.
What VEROCH needs to do is look up at the stars and see the face of Hugh shining down upon them and say, what do I do? And then channel the energy that Hugh had to reverse,
pretty clean
reverse the 8-0.
Is able to hang in there while VEXSERY speeding up to almost well above 4.5 pieces per second. Unfortunately, it slowed down due to one single hesitation in the past 20 seconds.
Oh, the misdirect from VEXSERY. Just give me the opening that VEROCH needs. But no, they clean it up like nothing else. And they've gone higher back-to-back than them as well. VEROCH is now suddenly no longer in the driver's seat. They had a single moment that they couldn't capitalize on it. And now it's a difference of 8. VEROCH has some back-to-back to fall back on, but they cannot be the first to break it, but that doesn't matter. And now VEXSERY is still putting back-to-back and sends an entire board of garbage. But they're still over the triple clutch, and it doesn't matter.
Oh my goodness, trying absolutely every everything to survive, but VEXSERY still so much pressure. And this is 9 straight games in a row. This would be, I think, the farthest in the bracket that we've seen anything close to a sweep happen. And VEXSERY looking to make very quick work and say, you know what, this spot in top 32 is well overdue, and in fact may have my name on it.
This is incredible. Oh, like VEXSERY could pull off a sweep here. 24 spike, but VEROCH finally survives one. Not missed up with the Z piece. It's gonna be a match point. VEROCH, you have one chance to deny the sweep, and VEXSERY, you have the chance to pull off a sweep. Historical. Let's see how this goes.
Well, we start with the SDPC from both VEXSERY and VEROCH. VEXSERY is building mid-game on top of it, so decides not to go for the C-spin spike. This is going to have a lot more damage behind it, but it's going to take a little bit longer. But if you're fast enough, you can just build that surge much more than your opponent is capable of digging through.
That's just the well. They do the donation for the T-spin.
Oh, this is 90 turns. Over 20, that's going to be a lethal shot unless VEROCH has some magic happening. And unfortunately, the survival queue.
My God. And VEXSERY walks away with a sweep. And in just one sweep, VEROCH is out.
How quick was that set?
That was less than 6 minutes.
Rounds